Right with that cough, I'm pretty sure.
Nice, nice. Oh, you
Sound
know, it's the purest of live streams right there. It's yeah.
unfiltered, as one might say.
I don't say it. I do say that those watching ahead of the live stream jump ahead roughly about 15 minutes to get to the Spyderco Sage 6 first impressions and review. Infinite, what's up?
Review.
What are you carrying?
Are we actually already?
Dude, get on your shit. You have one job. And by that I mean two jobs. And by that I mean you don't do any of them.
Oof.
Woof.
Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure Jacob's words, not mine.
I mean, I didn't know that you were a puppet.
No, I just am quoting
I see.
history. You see, it's
That's fair.
like Napoleon.
It all makes sense now.
Dynamite?
Probably. I mean, dynamite.
Yo.
Ah. Witwiki, Jacob, what y'all carrying?
Infinite carrying a broken zipper.
On a very
Broken
nice.
Dreams. That's Broken Dreams.
Oh, that sucks.
With the initial YYK.
That's a kick in places that rhyme.
Warranty on your zipper.
I mean, how catastrophically did this zipper fail?
I mean, there was a fire. We lost pets. It's fine.
Oh no.
Shit got
I said
real.
it's fine.
It's not. That's not okay.
Real dark, real fast.
Ben, good evening, sir. That's what kind of night it's been. Paul and I have been in the woods, so obviously I don't know how to talk to people anymore after 10 hours in the woods.
That'll do it.
Yeah. There's one broken tooth right in the middle. It's very inconvenient. Dude, broken zippers, they'll ruin my whole day. I understand.
Hey, is someone going to comment on the fact that John Witwicky's carrying a micro Jimbo and a Calsa?
Yep. The blurst of carry.
That is pretty blurst.
Yeah.
Like, it could be a micro Jimbo and a salsa. And I'm talking about still a Spyderco, for the record. And if you don't know what the salsa is, that's your own damn fault. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you go look it up? And Spyderco's discontinued. Oh, wait, you can't.
That's not a thing anymore.
Disappointed.
Hey, Joe, what are you carrying?
Oh, speaking of disappointed, no. Pretty normal carry.
And a broken zipper?
No, my day's not that bad. Yeah. I always mean to carry this knife more, so it's getting carried more. Oh, hey, there we go. Here we come back. Oh, come on. There we go.
Nope.
Native
It's not
5.
coming back for you.
An S90 carbon fiber. Sal's favorite material combination as of late, I think. So, yeah, it's fun. It's pertinent to the review. And because today was an easy day, yeah, rode around with me.
I still kick myself for not getting one of these.
Yes. Yeah, you probably should a little bit. That being said, there is a Sage 6 with some very similar materials that exist.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can maybe talk. I talked before about maybe talking, and I might talk again about maybe talking.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I said maybe.
Don't make me say it again.
Anyway, we got a whole line of knives, and I don't know where some of them are going to go. So we're going to have to make some hard life choices sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Anyway, it's a nice looking knife. I mean, it would be slightly better if it had an MXG pocket clip. But I mean, some people make choices about that too, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do like me an MXG clip.
I don't hate it on my chaparral. Mind you, that's a wire version, but I don't know. I like the way the Spyderco clip feels on the native. I don't know if I could go to a Lynch and be or MXG and be happy.
You like the way the spoon sits in your hand? You like to be the
Actually,
big spoon
I
where
a
it's the
little bit,
little spoon?
a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
I do like to hold on to the clip. Nah, it's that butt end segment. I've complained about this so many times in other clips, but it's shit comfy.
I like the way the Spyderco clip feels, said Joe Ever.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
well, yeah, that's because he doesn't own a stovepipe. Because that clip,
Well,
yeah, that's a
okay.
sweet clip.
I
It's got
like.
some sweet Urkos. And yeah,
Oh,
there's a K in that word.
Urkos?
that's,
Like Steve
that's how I
Urkel?
said it. So we're just gonna deal with it. So
I'm here for
sometimes we have to live with the choices we make. Um,
it. Why not a
Jacob,
Lynch
why
clip?
not your Lynch clip? Yeah, thanks for catching that. Either or. I mean, Lynch has got some stuff.
yeah,
Lynch's came down in price because Lynch's used to be twice the price of an MXG. And then Lynch was like, all right, I won't lynch people.
Oh my.
Wow.
He said won't, so that's good.
Yeah, it's nice of him. He's being a nice guy.
like anymore or ever.
I mean, not currently.
Okay. There's a temporary hiatus on the lynchings.
I have nobody lynched at this moment.
I see. That's,
That's good.
I'm happy to
Well,
hear that.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
didn't lynch. I mean,
so you guys were out for the day together. What did y'all carry?
Um, I can go.
Sure.
Or do you want to go?
I kind of figured that you would probably be better off going second.
That makes sense. So I was in the woods with a new thing.
A
It's
new thing.
it's a Rode XL.
Tisn't it?
Tis. Kapow.
Someone finally talked you into some non-locking, sweet non-locking M398.
Basically, yeah. I like him because he looks like a little worm man.
Earthworm Jim. It's your Earthworm Jim knife.
And a little bit.
Just a bit.
I originally wasn't going to take this into the woods because I was like, a two-hand opening knife, that seems like a pain in the ass when I have my hands full of fishing rod and stuff. And then I used it pretty much exclusively today. And it was super easy to grab with my offhand while holding my fishing rod and pinch it open. It's a sweet little thing.
Yeah.
Also noticed a sweet little waterfall in the background. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was sweet. Cute little runoff next to some of the fishins.
Just a little guy.
The fishins indeed.
And if you want, we can hold off on the
Okay,
fishins
we can do that.
until the end here.
Cool.
So yeah, good stuff.
Indeed.
I can see how it would be okay to cut line. Little snub nosies.
It was a good little line cutter. I was using it basically today only for lure swapping and, replacing lost lures, etc. With some fast moving current and lots of rocks.
And some branches,
Also
So,
some branches.
so yeah, good times. Good times. I was also out in said woods. And wondering where the Dutch rudder is. Well, that's why his hand's holding the knife is obviously you got to keep busy somehow, right? Like it's
Yeah, you'll notice there's only one hand in this photograph.
Yeah, you will notice that. Yes.
Yeah, I took the photo holding the phone with my mouth.
I prefer not to think about the logistics involved.
Yeah.
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 So also on the river and topically.
Topicles.
Yes. I happen to be carrying a also new to me item and also a Spyderco item and also, in theory, thing that we're talking about tonight,
In theory.
hypothetically speaking.
In theory.
Because I've been waiting for a Sage 6 for 9 goddamn years.
Yeah, we had to go back and count.
We did. We went back and counted because I lost track of time.
Because it had been so
Literally.
goddamn long.
It's the Alzheimer's.
Oh,
We won't talk about Bruno.
Bruno, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I will say this is the ultimate version I have been waiting for, which is the carbon fiber S90 version.
It's a sweet combo. I really like the button lock Sage. Spoilers.
I do. I bought one, and it's not in the collection with the Sages that are tucked away for sagey goodness. It will be in the EDC rotation, and where that falls in might be where an S90 native used to sit. So,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I really hope that they do a bunch of weird Sage 6s and different steels and stuff.
Yeah.
I might have to get something silly in a Sage 6.
We've talked already a little bit about that. Yeah.
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 and I can see that happening is actually them even converting Rex 121s by 27s, blah, blah, blah type of thing, because it's probably a semi-easy conversion kit to
It's got to be just a matter of changing your lock face, right? From left to right,
Well,
theoretically.
you can't. Oh, as far as Spyderco themselves doing it, not aftermarket.
Yeah.
Oh, for
No,
them,
no.
for them doing it, it'd be very straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else.
I mean, they already
is a
have the
button.
tooling all set up for the S90 and S30 versions. I would imagine it's an easy thing to do for the other stuff.
That's exactly it.
So yeah, that is the S90, Jacob. Yeah. I have the other variations in S30. Well, there's 4 of the 6 now. I can see myself getting the other variations that are available in better than S30V steels. But a Sage 2, a Sage 3, and a Sage 4 don't really give me much option because suck it. Get S30 or get nothing. So
I don't think S30 is a bad option, but there's a long list of steels I would like to see in the Sage 6. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about potentially a Maximate Sage 1.
Sage 1.
Right?
Yeah, if I were to add a Sage 1, because currently I am missing a Sage 1 and a Sage 5, but now that I have a Sage 6, we're going to play this game. And I might have to do something other than Gray G10, but I might have to Sage 1 it up. So
I would totally do one of these in Maximate. I hope they do that.
6?
Yeah.
I'm going to start.
But they don't even have... Oh, they do have a Sage 5 as well, don't they? In Maxi.
I believe so.
Yeah, they do.
I think it's a lightweight, at the very least.
I think they have.
Probably have both.
Maybe they just, it's a lightweight. Anyway, needless to say, I've been waiting a long time for this knife. It's glorious. It's glorious.
Yes.
Now, having said that, we are on the side of a river, and being that the fishing was fishing
prosperous.
Yeah, there was fish in amongst the fishing. Paul and I both have a couple little posties, so yeah, we can have member viewership, audience comments below. Judge which fisher is the fishiest.
Ah, I see. The fishiest of fish.
I don't even know. It's which one's heavier, which one's bigger, which one's more fishy. I don't even know. They were so close, and we don't have a scale. We just enjoyed what we were doing.
So I totally have a scale, and I had it packed yesterday, and I took it out because I was like, nobody's gonna care. And then I did.
I probably don't think we are. I probably don't think we would have.
Probably wouldn't. We were trying to keep them in the water pretty good.
As much as possible. The amount of
Yeah.
time they came out of the water were few and far between to take a couple shots, and then we were trying to keep them
That is true.
gill water filled as possible, right? So
Absolutely.
And on that note, let's toss up.
Joe, I don't know if you have.
I'll do yours first because we're right into that folder, so it's nice and easy for me to grab.
It's fair. I was wondering if you could split screen them or if that's too tricky.
No, I don't think so.
You had that fourth camera at one point in time, Rob.
Yeah.
But
The way it's set up in OBS, you gotta
yes,
define
this
it.
is the nice little chubby boy. I ended up picking up. I only doctored it a little bit.
Okay.
No, I didn't. By doctored, you mean I turned up the highlights
You
so you
just
could see the specklies.
you aimed his eye downwards, so it looks like he's smiling, just to make it a little bit
Yeah.
more nice. Just
Small little hook in the cheekbone.
yeah.
Didn't hurt
Yeah.
him too much. Yeah. So he popped himself out while he was in the net. I didn't even have to get the pliers out, so it wasn't deep enough to do too much damage while he was wriggling around, right? So yeah.
Very nice.
And Joe, fishing number two.
First fish of the day, Art 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
First caught.
Yes, I was first one on the board. It always makes me feel good on the inside.
Well, here's good old number 2. Well, I don't know if this was actually caught second, but here's
Oh, it
Paul's.
was actually.
Oh, there you
it
go.
was actually caught number 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Good for you guys.
And so yeah, had a ton of fun for sure.
Oh, great time. Pulling a fish in like this on an ultralight rod is will always put a smile on my face because it feels like you're battling like a shark. It's great.
Just no inertia to it. Just yank.
No, the exact opposite. The entire rod is bent over. Like,
I see, because it's so flexible.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's funny.
So yeah, enjoyed the day. It was great. It was great. And part of it kind of makes me smile as I don't get to go out nearly as often as I like. And Dad put a lot of time forcing me sit on a boat and learn how to catch a damn fish. That even in the old age, every once in a while when I go out and catch something that's half decent size, I'm like, oh yeah, Dad taught me pretty decent. There you go, Dad. There's a decent one for you. So yeah,
That's it. If you're a follower of the Instagram channel, you'll probably see a slow-mo video of said fish release at some point in the future.
Funny.
Yeah.
And actually, the buddy of ours that we were with, I know we're overboard here, but like second last cast of the day type of thing. Told him we were already overdue. We were late getting back because we actually had to do a live stream. And yeah, okay, two more casts, and he made them count because it's he picked his up and wasn't skunked for the day either. So yeah,
Absolutely.
Very nice.
On a lure that he found while out there after losing one.
So
Good for him.
Have to tell this again. We're overdue, but I don't give a shit. This story is worth telling. Lost it in a tree. Realized where it was in a tree. As he saw it in the tree that he had got snagged in, also realized that there was a second lure in that same tree. In climbing said tree and climbing out to the branch to get his lure, he ended up snapping his line and probably losing his lure. But he recovered the other lure that was in the tree. That lure is what he caught his fish on at the end of the day and proceeded to put it on his line. It was like, well, now I need to use this one. It's what I found.
That is very
now
funny.
I have a lucky lure.
I like that moment of like, oh, someone made the exact same mistake that I just did. Like who knows how long ago.
As I was helping our friend pull the lure out of the tree and kind of bending the branch around and me tall enough to be able to grab the branch and unhook the hook, I also hooked myself on like 3 other hooks that were also stuck in that tree. So it came down with a little bit of a bounty. After it's all said and done.
That particular tree really likes to get in the way, huh?
Dude, it was a tree that was overhanging a like pool.
Oh,
like,
so
nice
like
spot.
perfectly positioned to just get in people's way. That's funny.
Because if you saw where this tree was and the deep pool that it was sitting over top of, and you were lucky enough to find the combination of those two things, you're gonna fish it, and you might lose the lure in that tree. But yeah, pretty funny. Anyway, on to the review. Only 5 minutes late. It's not too bad. Sage 6, bitches. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's a sage. It's a sage. It's a 6. Dennis owns one. So you basically get his feelings from that. How happy are you to have another sage to enter to your collection?
Hang on, before we get too carried away with ourselves, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on some specs here, just because we're going to do what we're going to do. So, yeah, overall length 7.13 inches, just over 7.1. Blade length is 3 inches, but only 2.64 cutting edge. 3 mil thick blade. This particular one is carbon fiber G10 laminate with the S30 that I'm reading. My pocket is just pure carbon fiber with S90. Weight doesn't change. It is 3.1 ounces either way, 88 grams. Ambidextrous, full flat, wire clip. Good to go. I think that's it. Boom.
Think
Nice.
that is it. Got a size comparison here with the usual size comparison, Dragonfly, as well as the Para 3. Yeah, the Sage, I keep forgetting, is so close to so many other Spyderco knives. Shouldn't be that shocking, but
Quick undernote as well that I did miss along the way is all Sages, regardless of whether it's this or whether it's one of you Sage 5 sons of bitches, 5% actually of Sage sales go to National Alzheimer's Association. I didn't actually know that number until right now as I'm reading it, but 5% goes to Alzheimer's. So
There you go.
every time they release a new Sage, that percentage should go up to match the the new Sage model.
you know,
1%
for
per
9
knife.
years of being a really popular Sage 5, it makes me hate it 5% less. No, I'm just kidding. It actually makes me hate it a lot less than 5. A lot more than 5. A lot more than 5%.
It gets more than 5% of my hatred.
Knowing that out of all the Sage 5s that you sold for the last 9 goddamn years, part of that helped some good shit. So anyway.
Yeah.
This is completely off topic, but it was a question that was asked to me last week by Jacob about a dodo. And I just want to say the thing that I don't like about the dodo is that this happens, and now I can't close my knife until it decides to fix itself.
Well, I'll close it. I'll close it real good.
Yeah, it's just stuck.
Well, you can take it apart. I got some T6s. It's fine.
Yeah, but reassembling it doesn't mean that it's going to work necessarily, because it can still slide out of its channel. That's dumb. I might contact them and see if they have replacement parts.
I was just about to say, if this is a long enough standing issue, they might have parts on hand for you. You might still have to buy them, but you might have them.
So PM3.
Yeah, basically.
Size comparison, you say? Yeah.
It's basically a Para 3.
So we were talking about this earlier this week and the size comparisons, and you had thrown in a native in the category, and I didn't actually go head to head with the native to see what it was like, blade length, handle length, blah blah blah. But we were also talking about the Para 3. And the Para 3 is within hundredths of an inch on everything. Weight, edge length, handle length, like it's ridiculous. Like it's stock thickness.
Like, if you look at where the points on the finger choils line up, the points of the blade, the butt ends of the handle, I tried to remove as much perspective and parallax as possible from this. Like, they're very similar, like extremely very similar. Obviously, there's differences with the size of the ramp, the shape of the blade, but yeah.
This one you can close properly. It's great. It's great. Yeah.
So, without tipping,
they don't make a lefty PM3, or I actually probably would have bought one of those sons of bitches back in the day. Anyway.
That's fair. So, the risk of giving my entire opinion too soon, I'm just going to sum it up in that it used to be that the native, for me, the native 5, was one of the most recommendable Spydercos for people. As long as they were okay with backlocks, easy to recommend in almost every situation. The Sage kind of lost out for me compared to something like the paramilitary or the Para 3. But with the button lock now, this is the easiest blind recommendation of like any Spyderco. It's like, yeah, this is probably going to work fine for you. I mean, Dennis is a lefty, so don't worry too much about the button being on quote unquote the wrong side. It's really not that difficult to press with your index finger.
Screw every right-handed Nick Shabazz that says that you can't use any of these button locks left-handed. I mean any reviewer, but that guy. No, I like that guy. He was okay. I don't know what he's doing with his life now. I don't pay attention. But anyway,
yeah.
Nothing against Shabazz, but every time I hear him make a comment about lefties that's so goddamn incorrect, I just want to be like, why don't you ask one of us? You should probably ask instead of just assuming. Like it's
He's gonna soil himself and speak to a lefty.
That's, I mean, he works on a MacBook and he preaches Linux, so I mean, he's.
A lot of us are in witness protection. You don't realize it. You don't even know who you're talking to half the time until it's too late.
And I, as a fellow Linux enjoyer, I apologize, Nick, but good lord.
Should apologize for Linux. Anyway, Jay, thanks for joining us. What are you carrying?
Also, I didn't take pictures with a chaparral, but a chaparral, a native, and a sage are like it's basically the same profile. Basically the same. There are some, again, minor differences, but they're extremely similar.
And I've kind of put like the chaparral into like, almost a sage, but you want a dragonfly thin.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah,
thing.
it's so thin. It's
For a
so
chaparral.
good.
Do you own a chaparral?
Me?
What is that?
Is
that a Maximate chaparral?
No. This is just the standard XHP with the FRN handles.
Is it a gray FRN?
It is. It's not showing up.
Not Maximate. Weird.
It's like a darker gray than the Maximate a little bit.
Yeah, the Maximate gray is more like a. I don't know what you call that. Yeah, just a lighter gray than this.
I forgot you even had that knife, dude.
Yeah, me too. A lot of the time. It's not that the blade isn't awesome, but most of the time I tend to go for the native if I'm going to carry this profile. So if I didn't have,
hang on.
Quick shout out, Jay's got his Spidey TI Smock and his Sage 6 on him, actually.
Nice. So I was just going to say that if I didn't already own a Smock, dated as this particular version is, I would buy an S30V Sage 6 in a heartbeat. If not the S90V version. But given that I have this and I have this, I'm going to wait for a new steel to come out. But I think that if I didn't have any of these Spydercos, the Sage 6 would be the one that I would pick up.
So I have to ask Jay, even with the Sage 6, whether it's the S30 or the S90 version, I know he's got the TI. Yeah. Me not being a flipper guy, it's biased because I'm not a flipper guy. But what do you like more? TI Smock or the Sage 6?
It's asking the hard question.
And it's not about the blade usage. I understand. Smock and Sage are very different blade shapes, but you like one more than the other.
Yeah.
I was saying to Joe on Saturday that they need to make a button lock chaparral.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop. You just stop it. The only lock a chaparral should have is a lock back, and that includes the slip joint one.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is they wouldn't be able to do a compression lock chaparral. It's too thin. I don't know if you'd get very good lock engagement at that point. Jay says fidget-wise the Smock. I agree only because of the flipper. The Sage is so fun to flip. And it's on the fact that it's not on ball bearings, but it's on washers. I kind of dig it. I kind of really like it. It's a different kind of feeling.
It's got good pop.
It does have good pop. The detent is quite nice.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is that the Smock takes everything that I might not be a huge fan of, and they just make it on the same. So you've got washers instead, right? Like, yeah. You've got the Spidey hole instead of a flipper, which is, again, ideal. I've been thinking about Spidey hole and some shit left and right over here.
There is absolutely a Spidey hole on the Smock, though. You can absolutely flick it.
Don't.
Don't.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
No, I know. Poppy. But no one picks up the Smock and was like, "Oh, that pops. That Spidey flick's great."
That was
I don't know. It's got the right recipe going on. Like the hole is so far back, it's so close to in line with the handle. It just wants to fly out.
Okay, so yes, it's a feature, and yes, it does work okay.
For fidgety, yeah.
But that small little subtle flipper is what sells that nut.
Oh, dude, 100%. No argument.
The fact that it's not the Packer flipper and the blah 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 type of Jay mentions he dropped his second detent and skiffs. So
fair.
He's balling.
Yeah.
Like, is what I'm hearing. Not double balling, just skiff ball.
Slightly less balling, but the balling that's there is just so much higher quality.
He's a single baller, but it's big.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
Monoball.
So, yeah, highly recommendable. They didn't fuck up with the lanyard position. They kept it below the clip. That's nice to see. It's a wire clip, also very nice to
yeah,
see.
the lanyard. And hang on a sec, I don't even know. Being that I have a handful of, you have a Sage 1. I think the lanyard hole is pretty universal across the board.
I don't
Oh,
have
it's
any.
not.
I
No.
I took a photo of your sages arranged, and I didn't take one zoomed out enough that we could see like this. But I think
There's
let,
lack of lanyard holes.
let me pull that
There's a
over.
serious lack
Yes.
of lanyard
Okay,
holes.
I did find the photo. So there's they only start on the 5. So prior to that, no lanyard holes.
Good for you guys. No wonder, again, no wonder I like the goddamn knife. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah,
You win
yeah,
this round's Glasser.
man.
Sage 6 in S35
But
doesn't exist yet, but cool. I'm down. Marty
as
McFly, thanks for joining us. What are you carrying? Hopefully not a Sage 6 in S35. Please don't tell me you're carrying one of those, because bear bad news, sir.
unless it's like a an exclusive that we just didn't hear about
No, dude, there's no way they've got an exclusive on a Sage 6 out
this early,
already.
yeah, no. But eh, I don't
And
know. I
and
still think S30V is the better
He meant
choice.
S30.
okay, S30 again. Congrats, sir. Join the club. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a good looking bunch of knives. Anyway,
they're very pretty, very pretty. I
They
like them.
lock in together real nice.
Yeah,
yeah, and again, honestly, the only reason that I wouldn't go S30 is just because
Other things you
I'm
got.
trying to branch out. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's an everyday carry, and I realize I have one knife with S30. Oh, I don't. I have a mini skirmish in S30. Paul, I lied to you.
Hmm.
It's still in my EDC rotation.
I don't think I have. Well, I guess my smock. My smock is in the EDC rotation. It counts.
So,
You know, for the number
being
of
that you like
times,
exotic steels,
you know,
it's you look across the gambit of what you play with, and S30 doesn't pop up a lot anymore.
no, I think you'd have to like have a design like the Sage 6 that's so good that yeah, don't need anything exotic. I'm getting something else out of this. Um,
And there is this mentality of sprints don't want to carry blah blah blah, but I got an S90 Siren over there that kicks ass and takes names, and if you tell me I can't use it
oh,
anymore, then we're not friends.
S90 is too good to not
It's-
carry. That's the thing, though. Like it's such an excellent steel.
I'm not gonna tell
And
you not to use your shit.
Well,
every time,
Snowy with scars on it because I like to use it for things
yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Well, and on that note of using things for things, Spyderco's S30, even on deep hollow grinds like on the Smock or on this this monstrosity, the Zulu, which has even a more monstrous hollow grind, I dare say. I've done silly shit with this knife. I've never had chipping issues. I've also not had the knife dull out faster than I would expect for S30V. Like Spyderco has their heat treatment pretty down pat.
Okay, and so
Don't worry
there
about it.
was Chef Glory back in the day actually did some videos with Spyderco's S30 versus Benchmade's S30 and actually like scrutinized Spyderco's S30 versus Benchmade's. But
I don't think
you're so
his.
thick behind the edge
I was
on
just about to say.
a Benchmade S30 is like great. Your edge performance and your cutting percentage and your durability and your edge stability is great when you're 3.5 mils thick. But that's not what I want,
No,
right?
Spydercos are thin to start, and then the thickness behind the edge is generally a lot thinner than any Benchmade. Yeah, sure. Directly comparing the two, the Benchmade is going to be more durable, but Jesus Christ, guys, it's a folding knife. And if
And I'm a Benchmade fanboy. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
I do think that actually my mini skirmish S30, and probably because of the width of the blade and the sliciness and the blah blah blah, does outperform some of my other Benchmade S30 that I've had in the past. Right. So
geometry is equal to, if not more than half of the question as far as how like cutting performance. So, for sure. Um, I mean, if you have people,
940 is still the goat, is what we're getting from Marty.
that's fair. I still like
I
the
mean,
design of the 940, but it's made to kick the shit out of. Like, let's be honest, it's
Yeah.
she thick, she wedgy, I should say, not necessarily thick, but definitely wedgy.
I mean, it got its glory for a reason. It got its reputation for the reason.
Yep.
I have a post on my social media calling the 940 the goat as well. It has its place for sure, and it belongs in that history or that reputation of whatever, right? But
Do you own a 942, Joe?
I have a 940
they
with a
don't have
green
a
aluminum and the
942.
S30,
It's just a 943 or a 940
or
or
941, right? But no 942. Yeah.
Stop.
To be
Just back
honest,
on his bullshit, Joe.
mine sit yeah, exactly. It's good bullshit though. It hurts, but I enjoy it. No, my 940 has been living in my dad's garage after I broke the third set of springs in it, and I decided, fuck it, you get to live here. Yeah.
Having said that, I got a pair of Vosteed springs. You want to play with it?
Oh, I kind of do.
Okay. We can talk.
Yeah, okay.
I got other.
That's tempting.
If you want to hammer out a 940 and play with some Kaiser springs or some Vosteed springs and see what you can do with a 940
Dude,
to make it work, if I can get a 940 back in your pocket because it doesn't have Benchmade Omegas in it anymore, man, I'm game. It's for sure.
I'd be willing to try it out. If the geometry works for the springs, like if the mounting positions work, I would try it. I would try it because that knife is fucking fantastic. I carried that. That was my EDC for so long. I love that thing.
Your use of a knife leans into a 940.
Yeah. No, like legitimately though. Oh.
Marty broke one set of springs. I have also broken one set of springs on my 940-1. I've never broken a set of springs on my 943. It's still going on original springs right now as we speak. My 940-1 didn't last 5 years. So
I bought my 940 with a broken spring.
There you go. The only Benchmade I
know
still
it was broken.
I didn't realize it at the time, no. But I think I paid $100 for it, so I'm not complaining. If I'm being honest,
that's fair.
And again, we're getting some Benchmade fanboys. The original the only Benchmade he has is the original triage from Jay. It's always in the truck. You don't have a triage, but you got the Outlast, eh?
Yeah, the Outlast.
That should be a bug out bag knife, if anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It should
Still
be.
a pretty cool knife, yeah.
Yeah, it's a funky one.
Anyway, Sage 6, you say?
Yeah. Sage 6. It's not really reinventing the wheel. For those who are maybe not aware, the Sage was designed specifically to showcase a different locking mechanism. So we've got, in order here, liner, frame, bolt, back, compression, and compression button. So it's cool that we get to see all this fun stuff out of Spyderco, but I'm just so excited to, again, like, as far as a blind recommendable knife for anyone. You want a well done Spyderco. You don't mind paying a little bit more than some of the Chinese stuff that they produce. Yeah, this is the one. I have some close up shots of the liners. And comparisons between the peel ply carbon fiber topper and the solid carbon fiber that Dennis has. It looks a bit like there's a difference in this particular photo, but I gotta be honest, in person, you really can't tell unless you're looking at the sides.
In feel, you will not tell the difference.
Yeah.
You will not tell the difference between the two, whether it's a peel ply or whether it's a carbon fiber. You will not tell the difference whether you're playing with the fancy one or not. When you turn it on its side and you get the spine reference or that whatever it may be, you're like, oh, look, the weave goes all the way through versus,
Hey, look, layers.
It's a sticker. No, it's not a sticker. It's better than a sticker. It's 3 stickers.
Yeah, well, it's actually part of the process. So the company that makes this for Spyderco, I believe, is actually Peel Ply, is the name of the company. So that when they're making their G10, they have an option of using a couple layers of carbon fiber on the top for that appearance. Spyderco seems to be the only company that really makes heavy use of it. I have seen it pop up from time to time in other manufacturers, but
I want to say the Kershaw fraction.
That was one that also used the same idea, but I don't know if it was made by Peel Ply specifically. I find it
That's
hard
fair.
to believe that it
fair.
wouldn't be.
Isn't the Flourish Peel Ply?
It is also Peel Ply carbon fiber
Yeah.
top G10
Okay.
sides. Yeah.
If the Flourish is Peel Ply, so is the Fraction, because it is the exact same
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying
pattern and fit and finish. Yeah,
it's definitely the same thing. The only reason I'm a little hesitant is because the weave on the Spyderco, like Peel Ply has a class of product where you actually you peel and ply a piece off at the very top, and that leaves you with this very distinctive kind of texturing that you get on Spyderco's S30V ridden carbon fiber, right? And the same texture can be found on their S90V stuff sometimes.
Now I will say that my Siren is a different texture than my
Yes.
Sage.
And so that's still a Peel Ply product, but it's a different type of texture added. So that is actually a good thing to note, though. It's not the same kind of texture, not as aggressive, I think.
My Siren is more G10y almost feel,
Yeah.
whereas the Sage does have some like laminate sheen still thing
Yes.
going on,
Right?
right?
Here you laminate sheen.
And the yeah.
It's Charlie's second cousin.
Yeah.
Miss Laminate, yeah.
Yeah. It's also made up in his own mind, but don't tell Charlie.
Wow.
You
It's
never
okay.
tell Charlie.
He's winning. He's doing fine.
Is he?
No.
We all
I
are.
don't know.
We all are.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, you can see some machining marks on the side here. That's interesting. Well, yeah, so you can definitely see the weave in the full carbon fiber versus the gen. I'm surprised to hear. Okay, I'm a little surprised to hear that there's no weight difference. But I had to think about that just for another second to remember that there is some skeletonized steel liners in this guy. So yeah, it's not just straight carbon fiber all the way through like you might find on the Native or the Siren. There are steel liners, which makes sense. Compression lock,
Front to back, all the way through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skeletonized. Nicely skeletonized.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
QSP level of skeletonizing. Or QSP to Spyderco level of skeletonizing. Let's say that instead.
It's a little bit more complimentary.
So Jay is waiting for scales from AWT to mod a Sage 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. You've got so many variations of Sage 5 that do you just keep on flogging a Sage 5 horse until there's enough variations of Sage 6 to make the jump?
I think they're going to be smart and just make both.
It's such a small
might make small
alteration to their
batches.
programming that, I mean, the upfront cost of having them available is going to be pretty low. I just don't know if you're going to... Like, AWT they don't wholesale to retailers, right? So if they're all ordered directly from the website, they'll probably have some available. It just might be low availability until demand proves itself.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Exactly those words.
So Marty's also asking when they're going to put a button on a PM3. All right, I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong, type of thing. There is an aftermarket company that does a fully kitted out PM2 with a button going through the handle. It's a very nice knife. It's not the weird plastic tab that you glue onto the knife like Shabazz reviewed, because that's bullshit. No, it's a proper button lock PM2, but you have to buy it fully kitted out. You can't just buy the scales and mod it yourself. They might do it with the PM3 eventually. Spyderco never will. That's why they've got smock locks and sages, is because they're paying smock boys and sage guys. There is no sage guy. It's just a smock guy.
Sage.
Yeah.
Sage.
Yeah.
So I don't know that Spyderco actually pays Smock out for that design for this design element or not. I don't know.
Well, do they have it for the certain amount of time or whatever?
Well, the compression lock has already expired, and a button-activated compression lock is already similar enough that I don't think they could have it patented. Plus, you have other companies like, oh, son of a bitch.
Vosteed with the top lock?
Well, they do. Yeah, so it's a top lock, but I actually forget if that has the pin that makes a compression lock in place, or whether it's just a liner.
I believe it does not have the pin that is the significant X factor in those two patents. Yeah. CME is the button on glue on thingy. I'm glad someone remembered because I never will.
Yeah, it's not.
That's for somebody else to do.
Pretty much.
Hey man, and you make it work, and it. Don't get me wrong, the CME thing, if that's what skills, yeah, made it work better for me as a lefty, for sure. Because it was easier to engage than reaching all the way over. The button was closer to the scale, which did make it easier to grip that knife and push the scale close enough to a button without changing your grip.
But this is
Mm.
just
I can see.
so much easier, so much
Good
better.
lord, man. Yeah, and it's not a button. It's not a normal plunge lock button lock. Lock bar reinterpreted with a slidey piece instead of an up and down piece because they're all work on the same goddamn principle.
You're a slidey piece.
This is still distinctive enough, still strong enough. Again, it's like this is. If we look at the list of the Sages that have come out so far, probably the backlock and the bolt lock would have been the strongest up until the 5. And now that we have the compression lock with the 6, it's like now it's even easier to manipulate. There's virtually no lock stick when you're using the damn thing. It's stupid smooth. Like, and the detent is reasonable. So and easy to change if you you want to be like, sorry, was it Marty who had taken what out here or Jay? Um, you could always remove that second
Yes.
detemp ball if you really want.
So Jay just put in my ear that he put a CME on a Yojimbo too, and it works pretty good. And then there's like this deep acid etched Cruer Yojimbo coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time that I was like, hey, that's a badass Yojimbo.
Yeah.
And then someone tells me that the CME isn't just for PM2s anymore.
So, but
Yeah.
And
does
it
this
never
have
was. Don't get me wrong. It never was. But that was what everyone got the hype for, was putting a CME on a PM2. And I didn't expand my brain beyond that because it was a glue-on sticker.
we just
Brand.
got referred to as Pokies, and I don't know that I like that.
Get over it, Paul. It's too late.
Oh, okay.
it?
That answers that
Having
question.
said that on the CME thing, that's just a glue-on button thing. What's stopping me from milling on just like a kind of cool, badass little tiny piece of Arizona ironwood and gluing that onto my compression tab?
Probably fucking nothing. I mean,
Yeah, okay. Or a piece of micarta that maybe matches the piece of micarta that's on the Yojimbo with 50 or with Cruwear. Doesn't have 15B. I didn't want that one. It was brown, and then
You're
there was
wrong.
aftermarket, and that was worth way too much money to get all together. Anyway, I digress.
so I'm sure many modifications will be available for this knife in the future, i.e., scales.
What I heard is I'm doing my knife wrong.
Uh,
That's what I heard.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
So
he's not disagreeing.
I'm just continuing on with life. When have you not done your knife wrong? It's
Oh,
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 no, I'm just kidding.
hurtful, sir.
It's good.
hey man, I got it closed.
You
don't
own
know.
some things. Yeah. Wow. Good for you. Anyway.
Yeah, I own a thing or three.
I can think of at least 3 things.
It's got a wire clip.
Is that one of them?
Anyone else? Pros and cons? I got some things.
It's got some nice chamfering on the hole. Also on the spine. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
Little touches are nice.
So spoiler, Joe.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about some things when it comes to some fit and finish on some things and some stuff and some things?
I might.
Okay, chamfering on the hole, right?
Yeah.
Get that chamfered hole.
Look at it.
You also have a nice chamfer on the button. You also have some nice chamfering on the handle all the way around.
You do.
So we've noticed on Spyderco, there's some fit and finish on some Spydercos that are worth taking note on. Taichung in particular, right? But also China. We noticed on Tenacious. We noticed on Bird Knives. All of a sudden, there's some chamfering and some fit and finish and some blah, 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 blah. There's like, damn, boys. You be doing things on a Tenacious that you didn't do 2 years ago. Like,
yeah. I wish I had some photos to show of this, but yeah. We noticed it initially on the titanium handled D2 guys. They had the chamfer right along the swedge. Or sorry, the swedge, the jimping for the thumb ramp.
jimping on either side of the
Yeah,
jimping. There's
but
actually
now
swedge instead of just a straight spine with jimping on either side.
it's on the baseline HCR models too, the lightweights.
And not only that, your smock. You were talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the chamfering and the like whatever fit and finish on the brand new smocks that we just had come in through the store.
I was literally talking to a customer this week about the fact that I really like Spyderco's commitment to like constantly improving stuff like that. Whether it's QCI pivots or it's improved chamfering or
Like, and I don't want to say that there's rounding on the spine on your Sage 6 because it's definitely not, but the chamfering on it is like, if you were to take that, and it's funny because I actually have a Sage 2 here, and you're like, good Lord, guys, I don't know if you can see a difference. I wish we had taken a picture of these two because like the spine difference, you can kind of even see it here. The spine difference between a Sage 2 when you look down low compared to a Sage 6.
It's hard to tell in these photos. You can kind of get some hints, but yeah.
dude, the Sage 1 is sharp. It would strike such a ferro rod, you don't even know.
And
And
even
the Sage 6 reminds me of like, hey, if you were to like crown a spine, that's the first stepping that you would take. Next stepping would be this here and then actually rounding it out. But you're like halfway there to actually like
and
Italian styling it out over here. Like,
I don't know about you guys. I tend to prefer having something to brace my thumb on that isn't rounded. That was
yeah, but there's lines, right? Like the Sage 2, and I'm sure the Sage 1 is the same.
But
it's like sharp. It's like,
dude,
Yeah,
okay, so
it hurts.
It'll dig you.
Okay, so
it's like Gail Bradley liner lock sharp.
Dude,
It is,
sometimes
yeah.
I don't have it here, but both of my Cold Steel Paradoxes, but especially the Grivery one, it has a sharp as fuck spine. So like if I put my thumb on the back as I'm like push cutting through stuff, and I've done this when carving wood actually with that knife, I will end up with like 3 millimeters apart, like the stock thickness for that blade. I will have 2 little cuts that go through like just the top layer of my skin every time. So yeah, it's noticeable when you chamfer this stuff and you make an effort. But with this smock in particular, like looking at mine, which was one of the first kind of batches that came through, there is damn it here. There is a very light chamfer that goes around on the flipper, but it kind of disappears on the spine. There's not really much of one. There's like the hint of reflectivity, but it's not really there.
It's almost like they buffed the edge more than like chamfering the edge, right?
That's a really good way to put it, actually. And on the new ones, it looks like the Sage 6 almost, where there's like, no, there is a decided chamfer that goes all the way down into the like the hollow grind itself. So like Spyderco improving stuff over time and then carrying those changes into new models as they learn and like adapt those changes.
Like it's someone that took the Spyderco sharp maker and they sharpened the Sage like this, and they sharpened the edge properly, and they sharpened it like this. And then they were like, hey, wait, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take the edge like this, and we're gonna sharpen the edge like this. And like I just dropped the shoulders down on the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And that almost looks like it's an accurate. It's not. It's not what they did. I'm a jackass. Anyway,
they actually machined it in place. It looks very clean. But
we're being asked if we played it with the smock and crewwear.
No, but other than playing with Spyderco's crewwear and playing with a smock, I mean, if those two things had a baby, then yes.
There's only one like set of aftermarket scales that I would get for my smock, and it's something from Etsy.
Okay, I mean, if you told me you had a good price on a smock and crewwear, I'd have more Spydercos in my collection. But that's an exclusive for boys south of the border that we don't get to play with. So
unfortunately,
yeah,
they won't send them our way.
Spyderco doesn't go trans-border. Transcontinental. It's
something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, Smock 6, you say?
Yeah,
is good.
Spyderco is not often a company I'd say you get good bang for your buck, but in terms of the amount of work they put into their knives for the money, yeah, I think you get pretty much all your dollar value back out of the Sage 6, and I can't say that very frequently about knives of this caliber these days. Shit's getting expensive, guys.
And for the record, um, 280 for off of Spyderco's website, 280 US for the S30 400 for the S90 version. I'm just looking up polar bear dollars. Marty's asking where we're from. We're from Calgary, Alberta. I do run a shop called cuttingedgecutleryco.com. I'm using that to exploit the fact that I do have pricing on a Sage 6. Right now with polar bear dollars, the S30 is going for 289 polar bear dollars. The S90 is going for 420. So similar to MSRP off of their website.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you wanted a Sage 1 and Maximum, because it's now currently looking at the things I've looked at Cutting Edge's website recently, we're sold out. It's hilarious because it's like recently viewed Sage 1 with Maximum. I'm like, oh, that's topical.
Just a little bit. Fuck.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Marty, we are Canadian. Unfortunately, Balisong's autos are a no-no. Everything else seems to be okay. Full disclosure, we work for a shop. Cutting Edge, yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that. It might be the second time I mentioned that. I don't know. I'm a jackass.
What a jackass. Canuckistans. Estanians. That's us.
Yeah.
Good picture with the S30 versus the S90. It's very subtle on the differences between.
Like, don't go reaching for one blind kind of deal.
Yeah. I mean, not when they're open, at least. That's
definitely not.
That's a recipe for.
Okay, I've been holding this in this whole goddamn review, but I'm going to say it right now.
Do it.
Say it. Do it.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting to say it. I'm the one that owns one. I'm the one that's been waiting 9 years for a Sage 6, something other than a Sage 5, because compression locks. And
he's complained about it the entire time I've known him.
Yeah.
I have Instagram posts calling out Spyderco numerous times. Where's my Sage 6? I think was the hashtag. I think if you look up where's my Sage 6 hashtag, only I come up. Like it's
so Dennis have had long held
it'll probably
emotions.
change because people will now start to lose their Sage 6 and hashtag where's my Sage 6?
I can't find it.
Yeah.
I had it. Now I don't.
So I've been waiting so long for this goddamn knife because I own 4 out of 6. I did own 5 out of 6 at one point, but my Sage 1 has come and gone. I'll own another Sage 1 eventually, maybe in Maximum. Anyway, they cashed it in. They cashed it in on the fucking Sage 6. They made the easiest possible Sage 6 they possibly could.
They did.
From a variation from a Sage 5 that was so cashed in and so smart on their end to make some goddamn money that you got me. You got me after 9 years. I didn't care. I didn't care what it was. I was going to buy it. So yeah, I think this knife is cashed in. I think Spyderco fucking cashed this one in on a Sage 6. Where's my Sage 7 will be coming very soon.
It's not that the
honeymoon phase is over.
Well, I was going to say, it may not even be a honeymoon. Like, I can't see you. I don't know what would knock this out of your pocket outside of an entirely different category of knife. Like, isn't this just, like, straight up your alley? Like straight line?
Yeah, I mean, like I carried it all this week. It's 5 days as soon as I got it. I carried this.
Like it's S90V and carbon fiber in a mid-sized folder. I mean, like, Jesus.
I'm being told that I was an actor in a Jeremiah Johnson TV show. I played Bear Claw, Chris Lappin, apparently.
Lapine.
Lapine.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
so
They got you nailed, and I don't know how they got you nailed.
I don't know who that is. I need to know, Joe. Can you look up Bear Claw Chris Lepine?
I suppose I can.
Okay, so that is my big qualm with the Sage 6. Out of all the things you could have made a new locking mechanism, this is the easiest fucking transition from a Sage 5.
The question I have for you, though,
Okay.
is if not this lock, what lock would you prefer? What do you want the Sage 7 to have?
Power lock.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, 100%.
What was the Ouroboros weird fucked up thing?
Oh, that was the
I don't
Pedanta.
care.
No, I know,
part.
but
I don't even
I
care what it was
can't
called.
remember the name of the lock. I don't want it because it basically has one giant Omega Spring, and that's what drives the lock. I'm not interested. Give me the power lock.
Either one of those should have
Dude,
been the Stage 6.
They've held patents on those fucking locks and made 3 models between those 2 locks. Like, there was the Chinook, there was the Tatanka for the power lock, and then there was the Parata. Yeah, the Parata, I think, for that weird power other lock thing.
Power. Oh,
we're being told it might be Lapin with no E.
Okay.
Or at least that's how you pronounce it. Lepin. Yeah.
Lepin.
Anyway, either way.
I'm just gonna bear crop.
Or lap.
Or you can go Jeremiah Johnson, because that's apparently the show.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm assuming this is the person.
Yeah,
it's not far off, actually.
I knew.
So yeah,
his beard is more trim than Paul's is.
Yeah, I'm more Bushman than that is.
Okay, so for the record, with the video or the picture I sent to my wife of the 3 of us standing in the woods,
yeah,
she's like, Paul's got some serious mountain man thing going on, doesn't he? Like,
that's too funny.
Yep.
And she fully knows that, like, born fucking backcountry BC, and she's like, Paul looks like he belongs in the woods. Like,
yeah.
I feel personally attacked by that, but that's okay. It's fine. Yeah. For a man who is literally born in the woods, like it's.
So
I was born in the burbs.
Gravel roads and wells, breaking ice on the well. Anyway, I'm not Amish. I just play one on TV.
Me too, apparently.
You play a better one than I do, apparently. Yeah.
You'll have to send me that photo.
Sage 6 to say.
Maybe because of geometry, they couldn't do it. But the fact that there isn't an exposed ball bearing version of a Sage is a travesty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So what is this? No, that's not the right one.
I guess the Mannix. They could have used the Mannix. Yeah. Come on.
So what did this lock have other than the Sage?
The Bolt? Oh, Jesus. I don't think any other Spydercos did. But that's a Blackie Collins lock, and I know Meyerco had a bunch of blades out of it. I want to say, was it Gerber produced a bunch with them? I don't think.
Really?
I think that might be the only one.
That might be my favorite Sage in your collection.
You have to look up if Spyderco had a bolt lock other than the Sage.
That
blows me away, especially because an access lock is now expired. So they had a knife that they did not do on any other model, and they were like, we're highlighting locks, let's do this one. But now that an access lock is expired, they're like, we're doing highlighting locks, but let's not do that one.
C77 Spiderhawk?
That's not it, no.
Oh, damn, son, I forgot about that.
The Spiderhawk is cool, but it is a backlock.
Oh, yeah, it is. Wait.
I'm just making sure because these were the only 2 pages that actually gave proper hits for it.
Yeah, no, Spyderhawk is totally a lockback.
Yeah.
What's the backlock? Okay, so yeah, I mean, as far as Spidey Wiki is concerned, it's not giving me any direct hits for Bolt
crazy.
lock. Bolt.
Yeah.
What about Bolt action lock? Well, let's do Bolt action lock. The Sage. Nope, that's it. That's it. You can get fucked. It's only on that version of the Sage. And that sucks because I agree with Paul. That's probably, even considering the smock lock, that's probably my favorite out of the bunch is that bolt lock. 100%.
It's crazy. Yeah. I like
Okay,
it.
first of all y'all can go to hell.
That one is by
Dude,
far the most beautiful.
But there are other backlocks I'd rather have than that Sage. It's a nice backlock from Spyderco, but yeah, come on.
A nicer backlock from Spyderco?
I don't know necessarily nicer, but ones that I would rather have. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it came down to it, I'd rather have my Cali.
Ooh, not a chance now. I have a Cali.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of it.
That's fair.
Before I get rid of the Sage any day of the week. And I like the Cali because I think it's the only knife with ZDB I actually own. But anyway, after all that's said and done, I don't care if I own it or not. I don't care if it's in the EDC rotation. S90 and finish it, and I love the Sages, and it's something that I can actually actuate properly and not be a compression lock. Yep. So for an ambidextrous factor, it's a beautiful thing. But I am the first one to admit that there was several designs that were probably more financially not as smart to design for different locking mechanisms, things that would have been more costly.
Oh, as far as like just cost to produce. Yeah.
As far as ever since the versions of its variation versus innovation, I think we talked about that on a shot show or a blade show recently within the last year or so.
Yeah.
As long as you come out with variations of popular knives, you will continue to be successful. You don't have to actually innovate new knives or anything like that. And the worst part is this isn't even innovation. You're just going for things that were actually more costly than anything else. So if you come out with a variation that's cost effective to make, then you'll continue to be successful.
For the record, this is the power lock that Dennis and I were talking about here. It functions like a backlock, except there's a knuckle that pushes a joint, and then that acts as your detent and as your lockup. Stupid strong. Stupid cool mechanism.
It's just stupid. It was just a stupid mechanism. Who cares? Put a G&G Hawk on some shit and pay those boys.
Don't make me wish for things I can't have, because this is basically just an overbuilt Sage to begin with.
You're gonna Blackie Collins the fucking line his pocket with one knife that nothing else has existed, and you're not going to talk to any of the other famous designers of our era for a locking mechanism? Like, go suck it.
Okay, so G&G Hawk recently allocated more resources, I think is the right term here, and they're making more of the Talon, which uses an upgraded version of their, I don't think they call it the deadbolt or not the deadbolt mechanism. No, it's the Talon with like a flipper way up here. Big old finger choil, titanium build. It has a detent mechanism on one side and then a locking mechanism on the other. Licensing something like that into a Sage 7 would I'd have to buy one, and I'd have to buy every version I could get my stupid little hands on, because, good lord.
I don't know why I pictured him as raccoon hands, but Joe has raccoon hands now.
In this situation, for that theoretical knife, yes.
Raccoon hands for
and
sure.
The worst part is I wouldn't be the only one creaming my jorts over that fucking hypothetical knife, because everyone loves the Hawk shit, and everyone who has ever handled one of their locks has been like, yeah, goddamn, that's nice. The fact that this like $80 Kershaw has nicer action just purely due to the design, the lock, it doesn't compare directly to almost anything else in my collection.
Hey, hang on a sec. Did you say shorts or jorts?
No, he said jorts. That's what
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That's what I've been laughing about.
I'm glad you circled back to that. Yeah.
There's a backtrack there. I thought you said jorts. Dude,
in this hypothetical, I'm wearing aviator sunglasses, yes, but also jorts, socks in open-toe sandals with a fanny pack, a wife beater, and wads of cash I'm handing to both Spyderco and the Hawk.
You don't have a Bahama Mama t-shirt on over top of that?
Oh, probably. Maybe tied around my waist.
Or the open Hawaiian shirt?
I'm gonna need you to stand over there while wearing that outfit.
You're one tennis visor and long cigarette holder away from fucking Hunter S. Thompson from Fear and Loathing, I tell you.
I don't want to end up like that, man.
Well, he was shot at a cannon into fireworks, so I mean, there's worse ways to go.
I suppose, yeah. I was thinking more Hunter S. Thompson, but
Oh,
yeah.
that's how he went.
Is
He
that
was
a?
cremated.
Is
He
it?
was shot out in a firework display.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah.
thought that was the end of like that character. I'm like, I need to reread Fear and
No,
Loathing, I
Hunter.
guess.
No, Hunter went out in a literal blaze of glory.
Good for him. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, uh, anyway, I'll stop bitching about things that don't exist.
Yeah, me too. But I got a Sage 6 after 9 years, so I'll shut my fucking mouth, apparently. Yeah.
Don't shut your mouth. Give it a review. Give it a rating. What would you
I
rate it?
don't even know. I don't even
Oh no! If you want to think about it, I can give my rating. I've been sitting on it for the last half an hour.
Do it before you
Okay.
forget it.
Yeah. So my rating is I'm going to give this 6. What's the word?
Oh no.
Oh no. The real word for a pronghorn. Antelope. I'm gonna give it 6 antelope
Oh.
bucks. Yeah. Because I didn't pass the buck.
Oh.
And antelopes taste like sage. Hanging out in the sagebrush.
Oh, that came around. That was weird. I wasn't sure where you're going with that, but that did come around. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. That was weird.
You're welcome.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people don't want to eat them because they don't like the taste of them. They're too sagey, apparently.
Hmm. Huh. Yeah, I don't have anything nearly half that clever.
I haven't had a good one in a while, so
It gets a feels like kind of a cheaty answer to say it gets a 5 out of 6 because the only other one I would want would be the bolt lock, but that's a knife you can't get. So, dude, I don't think this is a perfect knife, only because I don't think perfect is technically attainable, but this comes fucking close.
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's nice in pocket. Go out and buy one. Do it.
Yeah.
Perhaps buy it from the Cutting Edge. We will be happy to sell it to you.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
Bless you, you're dying.
You gonna make it?
I'm all right.
You have a fancy rating for this guy, Dennis?
Yes. I rate it 1 cleansing ceremony, because you can burn every Sage 5 that ever existed, and that will smudge all of the area around me to make me think that those never existed for the last 9 years and wasted my time.
9 years of smudge.
And therefore, I can have a Sage 6.
Dude.
So my ultimate ranking is 1 cleansing.
Get cleansed, bro.
Yeah.
So you could probably think of other examples off the top of your head, but to my knowledge, this is the first Spyderco where like the next iteration of that knife just completely makes its predecessor like entirely irrelevant. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is gonna buy a basic Sage 5 at this point?
People, I've sold them.
No, I know, but like when they're next to each other and you're holding them and you're like, and it's not. I'm not talking about the lightweight, you know.
Because of steel
snobbery. Because of steel snobbery.
Sure, but I mean, holy fuck! I mean, how long is it going to take for them to come out with a Spy 27 version, a Rex 121, theoretically, like crewwear? Like,
well, this was the testing grounds.
If they do a Rex 121, I will.
They win, sir. They win. Yeah.
Like, I honestly think they have a knife on their hands here with the implementation of this lock that they could I don't think they would outsell at this point paramilitary 2s or para 3s, like just in terms of overall sales numbers, but I think year on year going forward, I think you'll get close. Like, this is so. You can't tell me that people aren't going to look at these and be like, yeah, you know what? I do want the less tactical version of this knife. I want the more, I want this lock. I want that clip. This is such a good alternative option now. It's going to be really hard not to recommend this to people.
It really will be interesting on SHOT Show, January of 2026, to see what Spyderco does with the Sage 6 and what they do with a Sage 5.
Dude,
Both of those questions are
Disco
on my
loose?
mind right now on, like, it's not just this. It's the other one, too. It's do they ride a PM2 and a PM3 into the sunset with a compression lock because that's where it fucking belongs? Or do they try to flog a horse that's 9 years old? I mean, that horse is old, man. Don't flog it.
So-
it's just like you shouldn't even
Dude, if
ride
they
that
made an
horse.
S45
It's like,
Para
let your
2,
kids ride that horse at the farm.
So I will say, just a quick aside here, as far as that's concerned, and it's not likely, but theoretically, in a rough application type of sense, you could theoretically push that button and have that knife close.
Screw you, hippie. This is an old conversation.
I don't think it's very exactly, but in terms of like the paramilitary too being marketed towards military people and law enforcement and the tactical elite of the knife world, it's not likely that you're ever going to disengage a compression lock by accident just by gripping it the wrong way. For that reason, I don't know that they'll be willing to let go of the compression lock.
you question my ability to grip a knife incorrectly.
No,
That's
they'll
fair.
never let go of a compression lock, but I don't know if they'll let go of a compression lock on a Sage. And that's my question. Is will they let the Sage move on?
I hope so. I
Like
think they might.
they've let every other Sage move on.
I think
and let
they
the
should.
compression lock live on Shamans and Bodacious and PM2s and PM3s and the new military too. And that's fine. Are they gonna let the Sage continue on the history of Sage? Or are they gonna and that's where the SHOT Show for 2026 is
Yeah.
I'm super curious on what Spyderco is planning for the upcoming.
Look, they've got 9 years to plan.
Well, that's part of the problem.
No, sir, they don't. They don't. Because in January, it will tell you what their plan is. Because in January, they will either release more variations of Sage 5 or more variations of Sage 6s.
Dennis,
It's gonna show up.
You're not.
I'm picturing the Sage 5 on the disco list this year.
You're not realizing they have the opportunity to do the funniest fucking thing ever, and announce a Sage 7 at the beginning of next year.
Dude. Yeah. You want to talk about the best goddamn move they would do?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not yet you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But their machining is not set up for that, where they can come out with 2, 3, 4 new variations of a Sage 6 and fucking milk that.
Yeah.
Put those funds towards a Sage 7.
No, but it would be much funnier. You see.
Oh, it would be awesome, dude. And they would get my money again.
Yep. That's the worst fucking part of it. Oh.
All right. Government mandated. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Paul,
Yeah.
why are you doing these things?
I'm dying. I'm dying, Joe.
You were out in the sun for a little while.
I can feel myself decomposing while we speak.
Oh, Nick Martino in chat. Hi, Nick.
Hey.
Recently got a stovepipe. It's pretty good. I'm happy you like it. We have a coworker who also really likes his, and I appreciate it from an art perspective. I find it.
I thought you were gonna say appreciate it from a distance.
Oh well. I don't hate it. It's
No.
It's not even in the bottom 20 worst Spydercos of all time. It's a pretty decent knife, but it is a thing for sure. The dodo, and there's sillier Spydercos you could want and have.
Yeah.
Not for everyone, I know.
Sillier.
Yeah. Well, 3 years. Okay, that's a pretty Yeah. You must be pretty sure at this point. Well, and it's nice too. The Spyderco usually keeps stuff in production long enough so that you can do that. They're not quite so one and done. I will not stand for stove. Well, you might.
All right.
No, you can sit. It's fine.
So,
You can,
Nick
you can s-
Martino's join us.
Yeah, we were just talking
Indeed.
about that.
Yeah, I missed out. But anyway, collection pictures brought to you by me. You know,
What the hell's a counter puppy?
you bought a counter puppy?
I don't know what a counter puppy is.
It's the new Spyderco paring knife that's on our website, jackass.
Mm.
It's like when you go to parry a puppy, but instead you just counter.
Huh.
Yeah.
Flopping fingers and, you know.
Don't flop the puppy fingers.
But yeah, puppy fingers.
How creepy would a puppy be if it had like human fingers on the ends of its little
Yes.
paws? Just
Very much.
no
yes.
palms,
All-
but like just fingers, like little spiders. Just
Joe, I want you to know that words have consequences.
well, I said that for you and you alone. On stream, you know, so everyone else gets to hear it too, I guess.
Joe, I know we're towards the end of the stream here, but can you go back to the 6 kind of in a row?
Oh yeah,
There's something we noticed halfway through this week that made me chuckle all to high hell, and I just remembered it right now.
I thought you were just telling him to go back in general. Can you just go back?
So when you're
I've
looking
tried.
at all 6 of these knives, you will notice that the left-hand clip is on apparently
couple
only
of 'em.
the even numbered knives. I'm not a fan of odd numbers,
Apparently not.
Apparently.
and I will carry the ones that are even numbers.
But not odd. So Sage 7 is just going to be something you hate.
Wow. This is where they got to break the pattern, right? Like, and they won't. They won't. They'll come up with something that'll make me angry.
You know what's the weirdest fucking thing? Sorry to
I don't
like
know what they can come out with that won't make me buy it, though.
an access
you-
lock.
If
Why?
they partnered with Ken Onion and made a speed saved Sage,
No, go to hell.
No, that's not a locking mechanism. Fuck yourself, Paul. Like,
all right.
we're doing this for Alzheimer's, man. This isn't a joke.
Yes, from Hawaii.
But like,
That onion.
but like, literally, what? Why the fuck have they not done an access lock?
You know why?
No, I don't. Sal's still
Nick,
alive.
Nick is asking if they're doing another Nirvana run. I don't know, but that would be kick ass and take names. None of us are part of the Spyderco Collector Club. I do know people that are part of the Spyderco Collector Club. It's pretty exclusive. It's pretty expensive for what it is. Yeah.
What if? Oh, I lost it. It's gone now.
OTF Sage is not a locking mechanism. Jacob, Jesus Christ, man. Get a Vancor lock. Get a Segway. Go to Riot. Here we go.
I
Joe,
remember.
here's a Segway.
What if they put a shark lock in a Sage?
That would be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. I'll have my first shark lock too. It'll be cool.
Yeah. I'm waiting for an
Riot
arcade. I think.
PL-6. There you go. We're gonna
PL-6.
segue this, you sons of bitches.
There's a PLXE and XF. PL-6.
-6 Riot. Really? Because when I typed in Riot PL-6, it just came up with a whole bunch of variations.
Yeah. There's an Ultim one. Let's look at that one because it's transparent.
Okay, but you know what it is for the lock?
Is it a top lock?
No.
Is
Look
it?
at it.
Is it a?
Look at it.
Fuck am I? Is this a deadbolt?
It's a deadbolt lock, bitches. How
What
about
the
Riot
fuck?
in a deadbolt lock? Here's a segue for you. How to end the show. That's how you end the show right there.
All right.
Licensing from
New locking
CRKT.
mechanisms. How about a deadbolt on a Riot?
What
How's
the
that for a segue with the Sage?
Dude, they don't talk about it at all. They're
Well, that's
like,
because it's in their new budget lineup, and it's only Nitro V because they're swinging with the CRKT crowd.
what the
But
fuck?
still,
But a deadbolt lock that's button activated?
Oh,
That switch doesn't go forward. So you
does it
have to
have
push
safe?
it up to unlock? Like, does it have like a little toggle that pushes downwards when you push that thing up?
Or is it just a like safety mechanism?
Nah, I think it's,
Nar.
well, maybe, but I don't know.
I think that's just
Nar.
a safety. I think the deadbolt is still the pivot.
So it's still okay, huh? That's fucking weird. Cool. I hope they
You're
could do.
welcome.
I hope they could do a better. That top flipper looks gnarly, dude. It's like they,
Capital G.
dude. Well, okay. Look, it looks like they took these two and mashed them together. Like, we want that, but we want it like this. Like, just shove
So
shove it
Marty
up there.
McFly is saying he'd stay away from the arcade. He'd get a Demco. I played with an arcade. Why would you stay away from an arcade? I'm just curious for your own point of view.
That was also
I
going to
have
be my
my own.
question.
Yeah. Riddle me that, Batman.
Mosquitoes are out in force tonight. Is Dick Richard watching us from the woods?
I
Up in
mean,
the
maybe
woods?
he has that fur trapping cabin that I came across that was not there 5 years ago. For the record, we were in the wilderness, and all of a sudden, we were not in the wilderness. And
Yeah.
they told us that we was on camera, and then we were on camera because we were standing next to some random dude's. Anyway, that's a different story
And
for
we,
a different
and we
time.
didn't get shot.
That's probably for the best.
There was no banjos. We lived okay.
For now.
Well,
It sucks on the arcade. Oh, that's why I didn't notice how bad it was. I like a mushy detent.
I was going to say.
the detent. I gotta be honest. The Demco detent isn't much better. For what I recall. I mean, I
Yeah,
generally don't like the Demco
that's
detent to begin with.
that's the
Yeah, I want to struggle to open my knife. All right, I want it to like cause pain in my hand,
You're like pinning frame locks on purpose just to prove a point.
just to fucking feel something, man. Oh no,
Perfect.
but apparently it's
No notes.
it's an easy issue to fix. Just put in a stronger spring. There you go. Licensing from CRKT. Why not make it an outburst assist too?
But Deadbolt is from Flavio. It's not CRKT.
They're not the. Oh, they're just licensing it from Flavio.
Deadbolt is fucking Flavio Acoma's design, sir.
Okay, well that answers that.
Is that knife a Flavio design?
I was just gonna go back into it to find out.
No, but they might pay him for a little something
Oh,
on the
I
side.
imagine they would. I'm
A
just
little
curious if
tuck and rub, you know.
They don't talk about a designer in this one, so
I would assume that it's probably not the case then.
No, but I think if you look up Deadbolt,
Yeah. I agree with you on that for sure.
I'm not 100%. I think that's his.
Hmm.
I'm just a jackass. I told you these things. Jesus.
Look, you don't need to keep telling us. We know.
I think I do. I don't know. I haven't got my point across yet.
Like calls to like. It's fine.
apparently Flavio has the patent.
My thoughts. I had my thoughts. Man, I'm playing with my Sage 2. It's going back in the rotation.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
You like that
Is that
frame
the
lock,
frame
don't you,
lock?
son?
Yeah. It is. Frame lock.
That's so funny.
It is a
Anyway.
good looking knife.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, segued. I think that's my only segue.
That's fair.
If we are looking for more, I can't remember if we talked about it last week or not. But we were talking about manual OTFs, Joe. Did we talk about that last week?
Are you talking about the messed up one from the same guy that did the work sharp knife?
I don't know. Did it? Did he do the work sharp knife?
I guess I'm drawing a blank on this. What
I don't know. The little fixed blade that's locked and loaded.
The manual out the front that is self-retracting or auto-retracting, I should
Oh, yeah, the little box cuttery doodad.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's the same one I'm talking about.
No, I don't think it is. Shit, what's the name of the company?
It is Rivery, Rivery manual OTF. riveryMFG.com.
I will go directly to their website.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
So these are neat.
These are pretty neat.
Little box cutter.
Oh, yes.
So the reason why Paul's all excited about this, do they have a video that shows how it works? This is just, sorry in advance
You
if
might
it
have to
might
go
be
to
loud.
YouTube for it.
This might be loud. Oh, no, they auto-mute. Good for you guys.
Nice.
All right, so they're showing some tooling. Okay, so they don't show you actually using the knife here. Yeah, this might have to be a...
They definitely have it in YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
For sure. For Sheezy.
Well, let's go. Wait, where am I
But
doing?
it is a screwless design manual out the front box cutter
Yeah,
that is or auto retracting.
that was very loud. I'm sorry. Here you go, Dennis. I'm going to play it. I don't know what the delay is for you, but I'll just let this play out.
Yeah.
So push forward, blades there, pull back, automatically snaps back into position. It reminds me in concept of the Boker Matic from years and years and years ago. This looks like a nice little pocketable option, though.
I am talking about the Zero, Marty. I am indeed. This thing's neat. And they've come up with a new version that has a fancy pocket clip that kind of works. It's kind of like the Provoke clip, but it's better implemented, I
It's
would
a
argue.
lot betlier, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, that was too loud. I'm not going to do that again.
Talking to Joe, these should be Canadian legal because they're auto closing, but there's no laws about auto closing.
Yeah, no, there's only automatic
Opening knives.
Yeah, those we can't have, but they really don't care about anything else. On that note, like as far as box cutters go, yeah, we have one called the the Milwaukee, the Fastback. Press a button, flip the knife out. Like that's been importing that knife for close to 12 years now. You could get it in every Home Depot, even today. This should be perfectly fine. It's a utility box cutter, only opens when you push it all the way out. And the blade does travel at the same rate that your thumb does, so there could be absolutely no confusion on it. This is a sweet little thing. Yeah.
It's super neat that it is screwless construction too, which does make it a little finicky for like blade swaps and putting the first blade in if you order it without a blade installed. So apparently that is an option. And there's some finagling you got to do to get them to open up. Perhaps with a dime, perhaps with some jingle jangles.
Like Christmas carols? Is that what jingle jangles means?
You got to slide the plate on top forward multiple times to make a pin fall where it's supposed to fall.
I see.
Yeah.
Or you put a diamond behind it, and then when you press down on it, it basically works like holding the blade in place, which is how you normally change it. You hold the blade in place and you shoot the slide.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It's very cool, though. I'm glad to see more of these kinds of box cutters out there. And
yeah, this thing's super neat.
$100. So
$100 CAD. Polar bear dollars.
yes, $100 cash.
Interesting.
That's sick.
That's a good price for something fancy. Something kind of fancy.
If it were me, may or may not want to stuff some kind of specialty blades in there, whether they be ceramic or serrated or something along those lines.
Do you think there would be any concern about the automatic retracting shattering that blade if there was ceramic?
The cage itself, I don't think is actually made out of aluminum.
It's aluminum.
Is it? Okay.
The red plate.
That's actually a good question. I don't know.
They are held in with magnets, so that might not slide enough. But I guess if
the blade is held in by magnets, then ceramic isn't an option. If it's
No,
a
it is. There is a manual, like little cutout as well.
yeah, I do see
But
those little notches, but if even with the top lid in place, if you can still take the blade out by lifting and twisting it, then that might be a
that's
concern.
fair.
Yeah.
That is fair. That is fair. Yeah,
Um,
it might not be an option for this thing at all.
I mean, it does look pretty tight, so you might be. I can't zoom in any further than this, but you might be able to get away with it.
I
I
might put one of
yeah.
those mean ass claws in it.
Hmm.
You know, the carpet cutter utility blades.
Yeah, those are decent.
Yeah, little cat claw. Wow.
Wow.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else stand up?
I did have some quick notes from actually. What was this? Oh, why is that not working? That's irritating.
I don't know.
Weird. Okay. I really wish I could figure out where I had saved this file so I could find the images that I saved. That would be super cool. That'd be. This was the Blade Show. The discussion we did just recently here. So Okaso is doing a collab with Demko.
Okay. Well, Costco's kind of a weird little company. They got some CEO style knife designs and some like super skinny stuff, right? Like it's yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look for the screenshot that I took, but I'll just read you from the note in case I can't find it. There's a Demko collab that includes a Shark Lock full titanium build with Magna Cut that should be coming out in October.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
it looked pretty good from what I remember. I really wish I had been able to find that screenshot because that would have been useful. But
Heck.
alas.
Heck.
So
Heck and heck.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
there we go. I think yeah. So the this is a G10 handled version. It kind of reminds me of a TRM. Honestly, the lines of this thing, which is probably why I'm interested in this. But look
Yeah,
look at
little atom, neutron, whatever type of shit going
and
on. Yeah.
the reason I took special note of this is like, okay, Ocaso, Demko, the guys involved all know each other from the Cold Steel days. Look at where they put the access for that shark lock. They stuffed it right up near the pivot, right behind the pin, and it's lower. It's in line with the rest of the handle. This isn't
Like so far close to the pin. There's no space between that pin and the fucking bar.
I am
Like there's no handle. Look at the black material. There's like nothing there.
Yep. So you basically get enough like you get about a flipper tab's worth of purchase. I'm very curious to see how that works out. Sans shark fin, basically.
And also, the thumb stud looks like it had a stroke and just drooped a little bit.
It is sliding down that knife for sure.
Yeah, like someone like it melted.
I hope
just like slide that.
I hope they replace that thumb stud with a.
They need Uma Thurman's eye
hole.
wrangler to fix that.
Yeah, Uma Thurman's eye wrangler needs to totally fix that shit.
So that was one of the silly things I came across.
That's neat. That
yeah, potential. I mean, fix your shit. I'll Spidey hole the fuck out of that if you don't.
That pivot's weird.
I agree with you, Dennis. It needs a hole instead of studs, that particular design, but that's
also
fine.
that.
Yeah, looking into some diamond bits.
Yeah, something like that.
I've already done some homework. I'm gonna take the dive into drilling some Spidey holes and some shit.
Very nice.
Doing it, Peter. Anyway,
there was one website. I guess I could leave this for later, but I'm probably just going to forget. So fuck it. Say 55. I can do it now. One other small thing. So you know that little tiny pocket rocket fixed blade we were all talking about from Boker?
Maybe.
I'm not going to admit to anything until you show me what I'm talking about.
I said pocket rocket, not pocket rocker. Although I spelled pocket rocker, so there you go. So yeah, you guys remember this thing. This weird little ball-handled shiv.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yes.
So the guys who did this have a line of pocket bowies.
I'm
Oh yeah.
sorry. Tell me more.
As
No, tell me more. Shut up. You already got your dagger,
uh,
Paul. Pick a
so
lane.
I want both. Both.
I
both.
don't think I like these. Anyway,
That's
continue.
fair.
You're
Yeah.
trying to sharp finger these a little too much.
Made by Migaron, which is interesting. Titanium flipper frame lock for the folder, but there's also some fixed blade variations with G10 and handle wrap nonsense.
There is some nonsense.
I don't think I'm down.
I think
fair
their
enough.
dagger's better.
That's fair. That's fair.
As of right now, maybe.
I do like
They could make it.
the green. I think it looks neat. It's kind of a fucked up looking handle, but
Kind of weird, man. It's
I
just
wanted
kinda
this,
weird.
but to fit in my pocket.
That's not a thing, man.
Yeah. Figure it out. Make it out of holograms. I don't know.
Holograms
Yeah.
or
Multiples.
hollowed out grams.
Well, you know,
Is
either
that like
one.
half a gram because it's like hollow on the
Well,
inside?
it's golden grams, you know.
Oh, that just means
anyway,
that it's
that's it. Mostly just wanted to
Delicious.
show that, hey,
Yeah.
they're pocket bows. They're kind of neat.
I don't think I'm down. I think the pocket rocket probably when you can boss rooting someone in the face with a dagger. I think that's the way to go.
Look.
Yeah.
That's fair. I just like
Boss Rutan.
it's not even so much thinking about actually using these things. Like I kind of really dig the aesthetic. Like it's pretty out there.
It is definitely that. Which one do you like the most?
For the folders, probably the actually the green. Oddly enough, I'd normally go for the carbon fiber.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the fixie?
Probably the cord wrap. Probably the cord wrap. It's just a neat looking thing. The sculpted G10, like that rock wall kind of texture you can sometimes get. Like I do enjoy that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm,
And if I was playing and actually carrying and using it, probably this would be the one that like that style would win out the G10. But just visually, I really like that cord wrap one.
That is fair. That is fair. We're being asked if we know of a specific knife brand, but I don't know.
TKL, yeah. I am absolutely aware.
Joe said that like he's aware, but I don't know if I am.
Pretty
I don't know that I am.
sure I follow these guys on Instagram. Yeah, they do some 3D machined bevels, which is why I initially started paying attention to them. Because I wanted to see what their work looked like long term and if they were actually going to stick with it. There's a tendency with CNC knife manufacturers to move away from the stepped milling pattern. I don't even have my friction folder anywhere near here. That you would have the step mill pattern you would normally have on a blade bevel, and move to belts or move to wheels for your grinding because it's a lot cheaper, a lot faster. And I can't find a good example on their website to show off that pattern for some reason, but you can kind of see it. It just looks a little streaky in these images.
Streaked.
I don't think I've ever handled a TKL in person, so I can't say exactly 100% how theirs looks, but I'm sure it looks better than this in person. Their website photos, very atmospheric. Don't really do a good job of showing what the texture actually looks like. Oh, this one looks pretty intense. Yeah.
It's a significant amount of texture.
Yeah. Yeah, TKL.
Tanky little things.
Tanky little things for sure.
Yeah, that's a fun little knife, actually. I like that.
They've got a couple of interesting profiles, actually.
Oh yeah.
I like in particular the Nightshade Warncliffe they have with the not necessarily the one with the high visibility grip, but that specific shape of the ring. It's neat. I like it.
Yeah, the little baby guy with the holes. Yeah.
I like the night guard with the ring.
The which? Sorry.
It was just above there. The night guard.
Oh yeah, a little bit of a longer blade on that one.
Yeah.
Pretty customizable. Looks like. Ooh, that one's a
Yeah, those are
pretty
fun.
steep grind. Damn.
Those are fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's very steep bevel. It's
That looks
Scandi, don't
pretty
you see?
tactical.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the intention with that thing.
Practical.
We might have to close down shop, or I'm gonna have to run away.
That's fair. It is 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So thanks to the Cutting Edge for bringing in both variations of the Sage 6 because I wanted to buy one. And I did. So yeah.
We succeeded therein.
Thanks, Cutting Edge.
Thanks for helping us
Yeah.
spend more money.
And thanks to, I don't know, you, all yous,
Aw,
Instagram followers,
so
all
nice.
the yous. You're neat. Good for you.
Good for you supporting people like us.
Yeah, good for
and-
you knowing where to show your loyalties.
Oh, Jesus.
More importantly, Patreon, because those loyalties are actually real people and not just bots.
Nah.
Past, present, future, thank you to everyone who's ever contributed. We did send a thank you a year or so ago. We will probably send a thank you out to anyone who's contributed again somewhere along the way. You never know.
Probably true.
That's the mystery of it all.
You can't know because we don't.
Until we do, and then it's a thing, and you guys all just get some Shrek.
It'll all be
yeah.
very sudden, I promise.
Get schwagged.
So thanks for that.
Thanks.
Anyone else? We got it. We got
I think that's it.
I think
We
that's
got
it.
Cutting Edge. We got Instagram. We got
YouTube.
Patreon.
Like and
Patrons.
subscribe. Comment
Yeah.
in the belows.
yeah. We're like this close to 700 right now.
We are kind of close to 7 likes
we're
and
creeping.
comments. That gets us the shares in the live streams where we can have some guy be a jackass and troll us. Joe, you got to
Yeah.
start kicking those boys a little more often. Anyway,
Well.
No, it's funnier when they think that we care.
Ben, I'm talking to you. No, you've been getting away with shit for way too long, sir.
You've had it too good for too long.
Nothing but love. We'll get you out on the river one time with us soon here, Ben. That'll be the best part about it. Yeah, I know you're
That'd
in
be
the
fun.
we can probably make that work. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. I think we'll be back here again next week. I
think that's the plan. I think it's the plan.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Cool, guys. Appreciate you joining us week after week. 7:15 Mountain Standard Time. We will see you here again next Sunday. I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I'm there and Joe.
XL.ca.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
I mean, if Pepperidge Farm had a forgot, would it ever got made?
But they member.
They remembered.
They member.
Ooh, I remember.